An Israeli jet just bombed Doha, not Beirut, not Gaza, but Doha. Yes, in the Middle East, in Qatar, one of America's prized military partners in the Middle East. America swears it knows nothing. But this attack happened just 20 minutes from the American airbase there. In the end, 6 people lay dead, and one of top Hamas's leaders were present in that. What does this mean for relations between Middle East and Israel, and has this event caused a strain in the relationship between USA and Qatar? Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Let's see Israel's attack on Doha. At around 3:46 pm, 15 Israeli fighter jets entered into Doha. The target was a villa in Doha. Once they found that villa, they dropped 10 bombs, killing 6 people there. Most importantly, a person named as Al-Haya was killed in that villa. The importance of this villa is that it was the political headquarters for Ismail Haniyeh, who was the Hamas leader, and he was killed by Israel a few months before. This Al-Haya person was a person who was a day-to-day negotiator for the Hamas. With this attack, Israel is sending a clear message. Whoever was responsible for the October 2023 massacre will be killed wherever they are. Because just before this attack, Israel had a clear policy of not attacking these Hamas leaders when they are present in the Gulf countries, because it will strain their relationship. But what happened was, a few days before, in an outpost in East Jerusalem, 2 sergeants of the Israeli army were killed by these Hamas terrorists. That was the time when Israel parliament decided enough is enough. Wherever these Hamas leaders are, we are going to find them, we are going to attack them, and we are going to kill them. And this operation was carried out. And the unique factor is, this attack was carried just 20 minutes from an US airbase. This is the reason why everybody is thinking that USA helped Israel in this. But USA have clearly said that they have not been informed of this attack. For Qatar, this attack was a knife in the back. They were thinking that USA are their friends and they are going to inform them of anything which happens. But here USA has not informed them of the attack, because Qatar and USA have a very high economic relationship. They have a $1 trillion economy pact which was signed just this May. A lot of profits from oil go into USA. So Qatar really felt that you should have informed us of the attack. But USA, on the other hand, they are saying, even though our airbase is only 20 minutes from that place, we were not informed of the attack. Immediately, President Donald Trump called the Qatar Emir and told him clearly there will be no repeat of this action and that he was not informed of this attack. But Qatar fails to believe this, and there is a strain in the relationship between USA and Qatar because of this attack of Israel on Qatar. This relationship between USA and Qatar is not going to deteriorate very soon. This is because USA needs Qatar. Because those runways which are present in Qatar are very important for USA to stare down on Iran, which is its neighbor. We know the problems between USA and Iran, so that easily they will not give up on Qatar. On the other hand, Qatar also won't give up on USA, because they need USA's military power such that they can show their might in the Middle East. So the relationship is not going to die down very soon. But some things can happen. There is an airbase there. So Qatar can tell USA, now cut down your troops. They will bring in tighter radar regulations. USA flights cannot fly that easily as they were flying before. The third thing they can do is they'll start charging rent for that airbase. A multi-billion-dollar deal will be signed, and USA have to shed a lot of money to pay rent for this airbase. So these are some diplomatic relationship strains which can happen, but the relationship which is present between USA and Qatar is not going to die down very soon, because both of them are mutually dependent on each other. So let's see what this means for Gaza. Already there is a lot of humanitarian problems which is happening in Gaza, and the negotiations were happening in Qatar between Israel and Hamas for this Gaza problem. But with this attack, Israel has sent a message. Still, those terrorists who are responsible for October 2023 will be killed. Later we can do the negotiations and we will get our hostages back. This has come to a stalemate now. Another possible country where negotiation can happen is Egypt, but Egypt does not have the deep pockets which Qatar has. Also, they don't have a direct hotline to the Israeli Prime Minister. So these problems are there if negotiations happen in other countries, and the talks between Israel and Hamas have reached a stalemate. Now let's see what this attack means to the other countries in the world. See, for Europe, the Russian pipeline has dried up because of the sanctions. They are not getting any more oil from Russia. Now they are reliant on Qatar for their oil needs. There could be a problem in transporting oil from Qatar to these European countries, so they are worried about that. China, on the other hand, one of Chinese ambassadors was present in Qatar when this attack happened. Immediately he said that we will give you some surface to air missiles as friendship, strengthening their ties. Now, South Korea is also worried here. How South Korea is coming here is, South Korea is the one who built the stadiums for the Football World Cup which happened in 2022. Now, they are worried that their $19 billion deal of new LNG tankers for oil transport can be affected because of this attack. Also, the world is at a risk of oil prices increasing because of this attack. So, you can see that a single attack targeting a single person, how it is influencing the global economy. The Qatari government is on clear damage control mode. They have asked Turkey, you give us more air radar systems, we need it. Saudi Arabia have also told that we need more facilities such that we can detect these flights which are coming in. Initially, the Middle East airspace was thought to be immune to all this and it was used only for commercial purposes. But today, we can see that they are also changing into the 21st century battlefield, because this is the first attack by a foreign person in Qatari soil after their independence. Now, let's see the three scenarios which can pan out now. Scenario A, USA backs out. What they say is what Israel did is wrong. They speak to Israel. They tell that you have killed a Qatari guard also in this, along with the Hamas leader and their family. You pay compensation to them and the relationship is not strained. Scenario B, where Qatari acts. They tell that you reduce your troops in the airbase. They tell USA, take some of your troops because we have to act on this. You didn't tell us that Israel attacked us, such that you can operate here in Qatar. I'm not saying close your airspace, but you will operate in a restricted space. The third scenario is little dangerous. The social media is now flooded with images of the slain Qatari soldier. There could be an uprising, and now Qatar will be forced to act very stern. They will now start doing things like close the airspace, and USA will put import problems, like they will say that now you don't import oil to us. What will Qatari government do? They'll import the oil to some other countries like China, Europe. So what will happen? The oil prices will rise, the USA-Qatar relationship will get strained. See, day before yesterday when the attack did not happen, these scenarios seemed impossible to happen. But today, the chances of this scenario C happening have doubled. The initial notion that Qatari airspace is immune to any trouble is off. They thought with American might and an airbase there, nobody will come to attack them, but that is out of question now. Also, they can see that America did not come to help them by saying that what Israel did is wrong and they ordered any retaliatory strikes on Israel. So today, Qatar government will aim to make sure that their airspace is secure. And there has been a strain in US and Qatar relationship because of this. Let's see how the situation pans out in the future, and we hope that there is no more attacks like this. Do like, share and subscribe me for more interesting videos.